Hi everyone, Miss Karen here for Playtime. I'm so glad to see all of you again. I missed you since last week, but I sure hope you tuned in for Miss Maeve and for Miss Trish this week. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me get my handy dandy whistle here. Here we go. Everyone standing. And you're sitting back down. Get up on those tippy toes as high as you can. Just as high as you can. Oh, you feel so tall, don't you? All right, let's come down off of those tippy toes. And let's go ahead and start with a few of our jiggle, jiggle, jiggles. Because it's a day for a little couple of jiggles there. Here we go. Oh, I love those jiggles, don't you? All right, let's go ahead and do a couple of our hula hoops. All right, get that hula hoop on. Here we go. Ready? Hula hoop, hula hoop. Two more. Woo, that was a good workout, wasn't it? All right, let's go ahead and do a couple of our marching in our place. Here we go. March, 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 march. Woo, that was a good one too. Now, how about if we go ahead and do, like we're going through the wind is blowing and it's going through the air and the wind is just blowing back and forth, just like this. Just back and forth with your arms. Back and forth. Oh, can you feel the wind? Hopefully it's a nice gentle wind and not a real blowy one like the one we have right now outside. Here we go. I'll start with my whistle. We'll do some doopsie whoopsie here. Ooh, that was pretty good, wasn't it? All right, let's go ahead and go around a little circle here. You remembered. You went right on down with the whistle, didn't you? Okay, let's go ahead and get ready for our playtime song. Now remember, we're taking our hands, just like a little fist here, and popping out our thumb and our pinky here and making playtime. All right? So let's go ahead and get ready to do our playtime. So get your hands all ready. And Miss Karen's going to get our music right here. Here we go. And I want to hear all of your voices nice and loud. Like I can almost hear them in here. Here we go. Here we go. It's time for playtime, playtime, everyone. It's time to read a book and have some fun. It's time to sing a song and dance and run. It's time for playtime, everyone. It's time for playtime, playtime, everyone. It's time to read a book and have some fun. It's time to sing a song and dance and run. It's time for playtime, everyone. Everyone stand up. Get those wiggles out. Friday, Friday, jiggles out. There we go. Gotta have those jiggles. Okay, let's go around a little circle. Just around yourself. Now let's think of that blowing wind. Oh, woo. Whoosh. Get ready to sit down. Here we go. It's time for playtime, playtime, everyone. It's time to read a book and have some fun. It's time to sing a song and dance and run. It's time for playtime, everyone. It's time for playtime, playtime, everyone. It's time for playtime, everyone. Awesome, everyone. That was great. Thank you so much. Okay, well, here we go here. We're going to do we're not doing this song. Miss Karen's just going to get this song off of here real quick here. Oh, boy, I tell you, sometimes Miss Karen and technology, you can ask my husband, Mr. Mike, because he feels the same way about it too. All right, so today I have a wonderful book that I want to share with you. Now, let's look at the cover of my book here. The cover says, Miss Maple's Seeds. Miss Maple Seeds. Well, if you look on the cover here, let's see. Well, this certainly looks like it could be Miss Maple, right? I think so. But look, what in the world is she riding on? And why do you think that that's happening like that? Well, let me see. It sure looks like it could be maybe a flower. But if it's a flower, Miss Maple's probably is, you think she's big or do you think she's really little? If she's flying around on a flower, I think she might be very, very little, right? So we're going to find out about how Miss Maple's is flying on this and why is she doing that. But before we start our story, I want to show you. In the back, sometimes we have wonderful things on the back. And on this back of our cover here, we actually have some words. And I want to read those words to you. Never forget that even the grandest of trees once had to grow up from the smallest of seeds. And our book is called Miss Maple Seeds. So I'll bet you it has something to do with seeds. And seeds are awfully little, right? But they don't stay little for a long time because something happens to them. You know, when you were growing up and you were very little, your moms and dads, maybe grandmas and grandpas, they took care of you when you were very little because you couldn't do a lot of things on your own. They fed you and they made sure that you were dressed and you were nice and warm, and they loved you so much. Just like when my children were growing up, I would take care of them. I would make sure that they had nice clean clothes and they had lots of wonderful food in their tummies, and I gave them lots of love, and I showed them how to do different things because they were very little. And then once they have grown up, then they do things on their own. So we're going to find out about Miss Maple and the seeds, and we're going to see if we can find out a little bit about why she's riding on that flower. All right, here we go. Miss Maple's Seeds. Here we go. There she is. Miss Maple has traveled all summer long, searching the land for orphan seeds that got lost during the spring planting. She hopes to help them grow strong here in her tall maple tree and get ready for next year's planting. Oh, so it looks like she's gathered all of these seeds together here, and she's going to help them during summer. She learns each seed by heart, all similar yet none the same. Take care, my little ones, Miss Maple says, for the world is big and you are small. Remember what I said? All the seeds start off very small. Let's look at some of these seeds that we have over here. Some might look a little bit familiar to you. Let's see. How about this one? We kind of call them little helicopters, little twirlies, but that is a seed from a maple tree. And, oh, this one, that's an acorn, and that comes from an oak tree. Let's see something else. Oh, you probably dig these out of a pumpkin around Halloween. That's a pumpkin seed. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, how about, peas. Peas are so good for you to eat. Yes, that's what one looks like. That's a pea seed. Let's see what else we have here. Well, Miss Maple takes them on field trips to learn about being a seed. Some will be carried by the river and land in soft, muddy soils. And friends of the river will help them bloom in safe places. I bet you these might be some of the friends. Some froggies, if you can see that. They're going to help the plants. Yes. Oh, that looks familiar, doesn't it? That looks like Miss Maple in that little plant flying in the air like that, just like we did with our wind. They tour the grassy fields and thick forests, and many seeds will be blown here, where rich soil will keep their pods healthy, and the sun and the rain will help them grow tall. In bustling gardens, seeds must take care to stay clear of weedy characters. Those are some of the weeds that grow in there. Yeah, you got to keep on top of those weeds so they don't take over your flowers and your plants, right? Snuggled in each night, Miss Maple reads flower tales by firefly light, and before going to bed she whispers, "Take care, my little ones, for the world is big and you are small." And they're all tucked in, nice and safe. Oh, this kind of looks like Erie today. Oh my goodness, a little bit of flurries coming down. Winter comes with the snow, a time to stay cozy and dry. Neighborhood friends gather to share their supplies of hot maple syrup and old corn husks and juicy fruit rinds. And together they pass the long months with stories and songs. So they're nice and safe in the maple tree, and they share stories and songs to pass the time until winter's over. When spring comes, thunderstorms pour curtains of rain. "Don't be afraid, raindrops help us grow," Miss Maple says to the seeds. And they learn to dance and burrow down into the muddy ground. On a windy May morning, the last spring petals drift down from the sky, and the time has come for Miss Maple to send her seeds off to find roots of their own. They've probably grown a little bit too, and they're all ready to go out on their own. They set out on an exciting new journey into the wide unknown. And some seeds will take root in the nearby gardens, while others will travel on distant winds and faraway tides. They're showing you how some of the seeds are flying down from the trees, and they're going in different places. Miss Maple has given them guidance and love, and now her part in the story has come to an end. They say their goodbyes, and sweet memories past, and bright futures ahead. It's probably a little bit tough sending them off. She's had them since the end of summer, but it's the best thing to do. And as Miss Maple gazes out across the land below, she whispers, "Take care, my little ones, for the world is big and you are small, but never forget." That even the grandest of trees once had to grow up from the smallest of seeds. And you can see all the different seeds have landed in different places. And there's some beautiful flowers and beautiful trees. Into the evening, she sips her green tea in the quiet hollow of the old maple tree. But the end of each season is a start to the next. One summer morning, Miss Maple grabs her willow weed hat and whistles a merry tune and sets off to follow her faraway call, the other lost seeds waiting to be found. And it starts all over again. She gets her pretty little birds, and they're going to gather up some more of our seeds. And off she goes to find more seeds. Wow. Wasn't that a great book? I was thinking, because we looked at this book here and we saw all kinds of wonderful things that Miss Maple did for her seeds, I thought maybe we'd try to name some of those that she did in here. So let's see. What was something that Miss Maple did with her seeds? I think she went and she took them on like field trips. She took them out to show them the river and the fields and all the forests that were out there. Because those little seeds are going to end up there, so she wanted to show them where they were going to be going. Let's see what else. Can you think of one? Because I'm thinking she reads to them. Remember, she was reading them all kinds of flower tales, and then also in the winter, she was reading them some stories, and they were singing songs, right? Yeah, so that was wonderful things that she was doing with them. And if you remember, lots of parents and grandparents do the same things with their little ones. They read to them. They take them places. All right? They help them grow from being real little to much bigger. Right? Let's see, was something else that she did? Oh, she showed them about the rain and burrowing into the ground. That seemed like a lot of fun. So, we talked a little bit about all these different seeds that were in here. So I thought that maybe I would talk about, real briefly, about the way that seeds can travel around. I have a little picture here. This little picture shows the different ways that seeds can travel. Now I'm going to show you here. This might look a little bit familiar here. You have some of the flowers, and they let off these little teeny seeds. Sometimes they're called spores. And they'll explode, and the seeds will go flying into the air. Then they'll go anywhere and everywhere because the wind will pick them up. And you have some of the seeds that come off of the trees, and the wind will blow them even further. And then you also have some of our seeds, which these happen to be little acorns from the oak tree. And they get so heavy that they will fall down to the ground. And they might plant themselves right in the ground, right where they fell. But look at this. You've got this little animal here. Remember what that little animal's called? It's a squirrel, right? It is a squirrel. And he picks up some of the little acorns, and then he runs away with them and drops them. And then they will grow wherever he drops them. And then we have this little animal here, this little fox. Some of the seeds, they have these little hooks on them. We used to call them burrs. And they'd get stuck on, when we were playing, they used to get stuck on our clothes. And you have to pick them off. But they get stuck on these animals. But these are actually little seeds. And if they get stuck on the animal and the animal runs away someplace else and they fall off, then that plant will go ahead and grow. And here's something else. You might notice what that is there. Because, lots of animals, they'll eat some of the seeds. And, of course, they have to go to the bathroom. So that's kind of their droppings there. And then the seeds will come in there, and then they'll grow again. And one of the other places is in the water. Some of the seeds will fall into the water, and then they'll get carried to different places. They might make their little homes right along a pond or a stream, or they actually might get swept back up onto the land and grow on the land. So that's just a couple of ways that seeds can travel from place to place. So I have a little poem, actually. It's a poem song that I thought I'd share with you. And it has a couple of movements. I'm going to use my little my handy dandy little bench here I have, a little stool. Okay, I'm going to show you the motions, and you can do them with me. Put out your palm. This is my garden. So show me your garden. And then you take 3 fingers. I'll rake it with care. So you're raking it. Then some flower seeds, like you're planting, I'll plant there. The sun will shine, and the rain will fall, and my garden will blossom and grow straight and tall. Now I'm going to sing this, and you can sing along too and do all the motions, and it goes to the Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. We all know that. So here we go. Let's try it once. Get your garden out. This is my garden, I'll rake it with care, and then some flower seeds I'll plant there. The sun will shine, and the rain will fall, and my garden will blossom and grow straight and tall. Wasn't that fun? Oh, that was one. I was glad I found that one. That was a fun one to do. So we're going to do something fun again, since we're talking about seeds and gardens and growing. I thought, because, well, I was going to say today, because we have such spring-like weather, we will have spring-like weather pretty soon, just maybe not today. But, you know, a lot of times, even though it's still cold outside, many people are doing planting. And I thought that we would do some plants today. And you can actually do something like this at home. Let me show you what I have here. I'm just going to bring these over here. I started some plants today. Now, I've already started 2 of them, but I'll show you what they are. So, we have a plant here, and they're called delphiniums. And I'll kind of show you what they're supposed to look like once they've all grown. Now, I have taken the seeds. They're little purple seeds. I'll take a couple out so you can see them in my hand. I don't know if you can see those or not. They're real teeny tiny seeds. And what I did is I put some of the potting soil, because I have some potting soil. I'll show you my potting soil. All right. And I just got this at Walmart. Potting soil. And I put my potting soil in this little cup. This happens to be a biodegradable cup, but you could use any kind of little container. All right? And because you're going to start your plant, you can start it inside while it's still a little cold outside. You just put a little dirt or some potting soil in there, and whatever seeds you want. Like I said, I had the delphiniums here, and they're little purple ones. And I put those right there. And then I made up a little stick, because I have 3 plants here, and they all look the same right now. So I won't know which one is which. So I just drew a picture from the front of my seeds here and wrote the delphiniums on it. And I'm just going to place that in here. All right. Now my second one that I did, this is something that you're going to recognize. These are beans, just like green beans. And this is what the seeds look like. You can see what the seeds look like. I'll get them on my fingers like this. There you go. Just like that. And I took one seed, and I took my popsicle stick or a tongue depressor, made a little hole, and I put my little seed in, right? And then I just covered it back up again. And then again, I made this one my beans. I just drew some beans, and I put it in, right? So let's go ahead and do this last one here. This last one are sunflowers, sunflower seeds. So I'm going to start and show you how to do this. It's really, really simple. You just take your potting soil or regular soil, and you need to put some of it in. I have about a half a cup, a measuring cup in here. And I'm just going to take that and I'm going to put it in my cup just like this. It's okay if it's a little messy. I have something underneath it. I don't want to get too messy here. I'm just going to fill that up a little bit more. Okay, I'm just going to put that like that. Now I'm going to take my sunflower seeds. All right, open them up, and I'm going to take them out and let you see what they look like. All right. Here they're small. They look like regular sunflower seeds, so, kind of like the ones that you eat sometimes, but they're a little smaller. All right. And I'm going to put those, I'm going to take my stick, make a little hole, and I'm going to put my sunflower seeds in there. Push them down. All right. And again, I made a little stick. It has sunflowers on it. I just drew a little sunflower on it. Put it in. Well, so now I've got my dirt and I've got my seeds and I've got my sticks telling what they are. But we have to do one more thing, don't we? Because in order to grow, we have to have dirt. We have to have the seeds. We have to have the sun, and we will have the sun. But right now, we also need something else. We need to water them. All right? We need to water them. So, we're going to put some water. Oh, there we go. There's our sunflowers. Oh, here's our beans. See, I have something underneath it because Miss Karen just sloshed over the side there. All right. So we'll start with some of that. Okay. Perfect. Now we're all set with our planting. And I hope that you'll do a couple of plantings too. And maybe even take some pictures. Because that's what Miss Karen's planning on doing. I'm going to take some pictures and show you these as we go along throughout the weeks. I'm just going to put them off to the side here. But since we talked about planting and seeds, we are going to do another song. This song does have some motions with it too. It's called One Seed. All right, so we have some music that's going to go along with this. And we're ready to go. Here we go. My grandfather had a garden, showed my father how to make it grow. Then my father, he had me. Now it's my turn to plant a seed. Here we go, I'll show you. One seed, two hands, dig a hole, start to plant, watch it grow, pass it down, on earth, spinning round. My grandmother lived by the ocean, showed my mother how to keep it clean. And my mother, she had me. Now it's my turn to plant a seed. Here we go. One seed, two hands, dig a hole, start to plant, watch it grow, pass it down, one earth spins around. Dig a hole, start to plant, watch it grow, pass it down, in earth, spin round. And on earth I put some water for my son of my very own. And as they're learning what they need, I'll show them how to plant. a plant. Watch it grow. Pass it down. One earth spinning round. Watch it grow. Pass it down. One earth spinning round. One earth spins around. Aw, that was fun! Showing the exact way to plant a seed and watching it grow. Well, our time has just about come to an end here. But before we leave, we had such a great time finding out about Miss Maple and all of her different seeds. You got to see how you can plant your own, and I hope that when you do some planting, maybe you can take some pictures and put them on the Playhouse site so we can see what you have there. All right, I want to share something with you. I have on our website a couple of things that you can download, print, and use. We're looking off to the side because my kitty cat has decided to come in and say hello. She's being very good, though. All right, so here's the one thing we have. I have some matching. And they show you the seed. This happens to be a dandelion. And it matches with this. And that is a sunflower seed. And that'll match. And pumpkin. We've got all of these on our website that you can download and play a game with. Do some matching with some seeds and some adult plants. And then, just for fun, here's a coloring sheet that you can do of Miss Maple. And that's her house and the maple tree. You can color it any way you want. Right? As a bird, you can add your own little flowers or some more seeds into that. That's very special. So hopefully you can get those. That would be www.erieplayhouseplaytimelive.com. You should be able to download those and print those and use them whichever way you like. So I'd like to say goodbye to everybody with our song in just a second. But I also want to remind you that in the coming weeks, I'm going to bring up my plants to see just how well they are growing. And let's keep our fingers crossed that they do grow. All right, and I'm sure they will. I'll make sure they got plenty of water and they have plenty of sun once it comes out. So we're going to be seeing Miss Trish in 3 days. Right? Let's go ahead and do our goodbye song. Are we ready? Here we go. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. I'll see you in 3 days. Bye, everyone. Bye, Urania. Oh, and goodbye, Sully. And happy birthday from yesterday. And happy birthday to Vivian today. Bye-bye.